Howdy, howdy. So it is a beautiful afternoon here, and so of course everyone in the Goblin Lair is asleep right now. So while Goblin Child and Goblin Mom are down, I have handy dandy scissors and not one but two exciting new packages. I am not great about opening stuff as it comes in. It tends to pile up. So first, let's get into this big brown package. Now, I already know what this is. I have had my D&D Beyond copy for a little while now. We're going to crack it open. Hopefully we're getting some of that good crackle at home. As annoying as it is to get out, I do appreciate these innovations in TTRPG shipping technology. If you can see this little section here, stops your books from rolling back and forth and damaging the corners before they get there. We'll recycle that later. So here we go. We have my copy of Ravenloft, The Horrors Within. Get that up there so that it'll crack it. There we go. Very exciting. I've already been looking over my digital copy for a little while now. Very interesting book. Right at the very top, gorgeous art. Holy crap, guys. Just phenomenal. Like, this Hollow Warden art. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. Phenomenal. Art direction on this book, absolutely top notch. Every page has 1, 2, 3 pieces of art on it. We have some beautiful full page spreads, like of Aslan Rex, who I understand is I think a second edition Lich that they brought forward. Just absolutely gorgeous. Lord Soth is back in here. We've got a giant fleshless Leviathan called Rahab. Phenomenal visuals. As far as the content of the book, I had some thoughts. Some good, some bad. Like I said, art is gorgeous. The prose is also doing a lot of great work. What they have chosen to write here is phenomenal. There's a lot of guidance on how to run these sort of different horror settings, what makes the different domains of dread unique and interesting. And of course, all of them are centered around these amazing dreadlords who are phenomenal BBEGs for your game. Here's Cthulhu, just full-blown Cthulhu. We've got some maps and features of these different domains of dread. A lot of we have some items, we have some curses, we have some plot hooks and plot threads. We've even got some maps with encounters here to go along with some recommended campaign arcs. Very cool stuff. And then, of course, once you get towards the back, you have a lot of rollable tables, and then tons of new stat blocks. And again, they go great with all this beautiful new art. But some things stuck out to me as I was looking over this. So one of the big things is this is a lot of reprinted material. This is a lot of reprinted material. The overwhelming majority of the stat blocks are directly pulled from Van Richten's guide, which itself is updating material from Strahd, which is itself updating old Ravenloft material. So we're recycling a lot here. Same thing applies to our subclasses, our backgrounds, our species. As far as new stuff going on, we're picking up the Reanimator Artificer, the Hollow Warden Ranger. We're picking up the Lupin. Sorry, guys. The Lupin, sort of like werewolfish species. These are very cool. They've also redone a lot of the dark gifts as feats. but there's a lot of stuff here that's just like small changes. This gets one more use. This comes on at an earlier level. Um, I do know the Grave Domain Cleric has some controversial changes. Some of them make it a much more steady, kind of standard cleric domain. They do take away some of the sort of iconicness. You don't have that path to the grave anymore for that instant vulnerability. Um, so, kind of a mixed bag. If you're a new player, if you don't have any of these previous books I mentioned, this is a no-brainer. Absolutely go grab this. It's a phenomenal resource. It's a great horror resource. It's also going to apply to other games too. You can build a lot of horror settings using this. If you've already got Van Richten's and you've got Strahd, this is kind of a luxury purchase. You're getting the 5.5 updates. I don't always know that those are great. I looked at like the Lugaru, which I think has actually been downgraded a little bit. It loses, I think, regeneration and some of its more like unique abilities. The same thing for like the horror movie inspired slasher characters. They had some downgrades I didn't love. But yeah, if you don't have Van Richten's, absolutely get this. If you have Van Richten's, maybe read some reviews, see what you think. All right, this one I'm very excited for. I've also had digital copies, but I waited right up till the last minute on this Kickstarter, and then finally talked myself into it. There's a lot of tape on this. This is a very protected package. If you can't tell, this is like some really heavy-duty, like lacquered material, then covered in tape. So we'll see if I can even get this open. But I saw the Kickstarter. This is Worldwide Wrestling, second edition. Trying to make sure I'm only cutting bag and not game. Oh my gosh, there's an inner bag. I think I've unboxed electronics that were not this sturdily wrapped. So we have a secondary layer here. But Worldwide Wrestling, I can't say enough good things about this game. I saw the first one, the first edition, when I was looking at games for our local nerd events. I wanted to do something different. And I was like, ooh, Worldwide Wrestling, that's unique. Ran it one time, absolutely fell in love with it. So, you might find a game that has more of the sort of video game wrestling experience, like, I do the punch combo, whatever. This is not the game for that. This game is a love letter to professional wrestling, and especially to the sort of kayfabe of professional wrestling. This sort of like meta experience where you have the story in the ring, but it's supplemented, or the story doesn't just exist in the ring. There's this whole sort of multiple meta layers of you have actual management, you have actual writers, you have actual actor performers, but they're playing characters, and the characters have storylines, but sometimes the character storylines include pretending that certain things are happening behind the scenes. The layers are just phenomenal. And you really get into this tension of like being this athlete performer who wants your character to go a certain direction, and you're at the mercy of management. So it's very much not just about how well you are, doing in the fight, because the fights, sorry guys, wrestling's fake. These are scripted. The fights have a designated winner and loser before the fight starts, but you're the performer. So your job is to get it there in a way that is exciting, or to take the hard road and try to subvert some of those stories in opposition to your actual literal bosses. So that tension of character, performer, scripted, unscripted, personal ambition versus like the whole platform. Um, just so cool. There's all these great sort of wrestling archetypes. I've not been showing you the cover yet. Uh, so Nathan D. Paoletta, just phenomenal. Get it right up there. Worldwide Wrestling Second Edition. Um, you have all these great archetypal characters. All of your playbooks are uh, larger than life versions of folks that you would know from wrestling. So you've got these great they call them gimmicks in this game. Um, here's what this really does that's amazing though. I don't know anything about wrestling. I truly don't. I entirely missed that phase. Everyone else was doing the Randy Savage, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, um, early years of The Rock. I was off in Star Wars land. Um, Pokemon was my big thing. I had no space in my life for wrestling. This game enables me to run exciting wrestling one shots or campaigns, building on the tropes and archetypes of wrestling in a way that is easy to follow, doesn't require a lot of research, and it pulls the players in also. I've run this with hardcore wrestling fans, and they loved it. And I've run this with a bunch of people who know nothing about wrestling, and they loved it. So it's really, really catching everybody. I also went a little bit overboard, picked up a lot of extras with the Kickstarter. Here is our New Year's Fray 2022. Get out of our blur zone. We have Warlock Pro Wrestling, an occult promotion for Worldwide Wrestling. We've also got the Five Rings Wrestling Alliance, which is sort of like an Olympics sort of international themed fighting version of Worldwide Wrestling. Get that up there too. I am super excited. I've played the first edition a couple of times. I have not gotten to take second edition out for a ride yet. It is definitely on my list for next year. So I hope you'll check both of these out. Of course, Ravenloft, phenomenal resource. Really get into Worldwide Wrestling though. Go watch some actual plays. Pick up a digital copy. Absolutely worth it. And of course, if you're watching this, don't forget the Game Master's Handbook of Patrons, Packs, and Pantheons is still coming out August 18th. There is some really exciting pre-order stuff coming up soon. It's going to be awesome. It's retroactive. It's store neutral. As long as you pre-order it somewhere, you can take advantage of the pre-order bonuses. I wrote way too much for it. It's going to be awesome. So that's all for now. I hear the stirring of goblins upstairs. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Bye, Internet.